And welcome to the 6th episode of The Basement. I am your boy, Breyland, B-Man Jones.
I am Krissy Luton.
And your boy, Daryll Witherspoon.
Yeah,
man.
They change every episode.
Because, man, like, I don't know. The D Pablo, it's straight, but I don't want y'all to think it was inspired by the life of Pablo.
He's Daryll Witherspoon this
Right.
week.
Yeah.
Krissy,
Yes.
I know you're excited about one topic, but we'll get that topic later.
Okay.
What's first? What we talking about first?
First. We lost someone today. A Phoenix Shakur Davis dies at 69 from a heart attack. So that was Tupac's mom, for those that don't know. So a moment of silence for her. All right. And another one, we lost over the break between now and our last episode. We lost Prince. Prince Rogers Nelson died at 57 years old. And when I first heard it, it stunned me. Like, my mom told me.
I wasn't ready for that either. Like,
Me either. Caught me off guard.
I was like, who? Prince?
Yeah.
God, what you mean? He wasn't style.
Right. I don't know. It seemed like Prince isn't supposed to die.
He should just never die. Like,
Right.
No.
But I'll tell you what, though, the world respected him. Because, like, there was a lot of purple going on. He had a Snapchat filter.
Snapchat wasted no time.
It rained for, like, hours in Greenwood this weekend. Like, it was a lot of purple rain going on. VH1 played Purple Rain 100 times.
1,000 times.
Right.
All the music videos. It was in constant
But
replay.
that just means that man was real respected. You know what I'm saying? He made his imprint while he was here. So.
Yeah, so may those souls rest in peace.
Yeah.
But next, we're going to put some respect on it.
Respect. Put some respect.
Or
Trio.
Y'all.
What is it? It was only 3?
Yeah, but it was all trio, y'all.
But, I mean, that's what people say when they say eightfold tree. So I
Right,
mean.
but you know what? We're just going to go.
So, like, what happened? Like, why did Birdman walking in? What's the...
Well, from what I saw in the interview, pretty much he walked in. This is before the interview even started.
Right.
And he was just on 10. It was like, y'all can stop playing with my name in the streets.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. And Charlamagne is like, I'm just a radio guy. You didn't roll on Trick Daddy, but I'm rolling on you.
Or Rick Ross.
Yeah,
Like,
so
you
this-
didn't roll on so you come on the radio station.
So my whole thing is, as radio personalities, it's kind of our job to be like assholes.
Yeah,
And like personalities.
can't-
So if he thought that they weren't about to capitalize off of that, which they did, I'm pretty sure you heard the song.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, of course.
it's
Put some respect on
a
it.
song, a t-shirt, hats,
Beanies, everything.
Matter of fact, Birdman even has a new song called Respect. It's spelled wrong, but it's still respect.
Okay, first of all, this is from a man who has stars and tattoos on
Hey
his
man,
his
face.
face.
So.
listen, I really feel like all that was, I know he planned that. It was definitely planned for him to go in there like that.
Yeah.
But I think he was gonna get a different reaction. He thought he was gonna get a different reaction.
You
He thought
know.
he was gonna like care, but they were like, well, I mean,
Because I guess-
Right.
I guess he probably felt like that simply because they probably mentioned his name on the show
They
before.
did.
Which,
I'm pretty
you know,
sure
they
he
did,
was
but I
dope
mean,
the other
that's
day.
kind of their job.
They
I
mentioned
mean,
everybody's name. Their
everyone.
radio, they talk about what's
you should
popping.
feel better that
Right.
they did, because if you wasn't relevant at all.
Now you were a trending topic.
Right.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Right.
Everywhere. Everybody know about respect. Put that
Exactly.
respect on my
Respect
name.
on
You know what I'm saying? Don't just talk about me like that.
And you know what's really funny? Like, all 10 of those people that were with him,
Who were those
It
guys?
took the
those
30
were-
minutes to leave.
those
first of all.
were obviously his yes men. So I'm just like, when you
Yeah.
have a certain amount of money, no one's going to be like, I think this is a really bad idea.
Right.
They just
Shit.
roll with it. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna roll into the radio station right now and just pop off. Alright, cool. Dog, I'm
Yeah,
rolling with
good
you.
idea.
That's not a good
You should
idea.
do that.
That's
And
not-
like, he had on shades. Were those female shades? I've always
I don't even know. He just had a lot going on, and the memes that they made of him
Oh
were
my
just
goodness.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it blew up really fast. But you know, he is trying to capitalize on it, I guess.
Of course. I don't know if it's going to work that well, because this is the thing. We're laughing at him, not with him.
Yeah, but people gonna still listen
People
to the
been
record.
capitalizing.
That's true.
Cause like
You know,
social
same thing as
media.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But he bounced
Yeah.
back really, really nicely. So
Yeah, but that's
He
Steve.
did.
That's Steve Harvey though. This is Birdman we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, Steve Harvey could at least say
Exactly.
respect. I
He
believe.
can spell it.
Yeah.
the
Oh my
right way.
gosh. Well, as far as respect goes, congratulations are in order to Malia Obama because she got accepted to Harvard University.
Woo, woo.
But,
Yeah.
you know, it's always things.
It's always
kinda
a
like-
but, man.
Yeah, it's like, it can can never just be strictly good news.
All right. What?
But, you have some people, why didn't she go to an HBCU? And then, this is the thing that happened on Fox. Of course, everyone thinks that Fox is just, they harbor a lot of racists under their comments. And, I'm going to read a couple. They were really rude. Like, I'm just going to...
Did you say why she didn't go to HBCU?
Yeah.
Right.
She's the president. Okay.
Like, I don't... Dude, I was going to speed bump over that. I thought that was just kind of like...
We'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
But listen, I love all my HBCUs, but as the president's daughter, she wouldn't be able to live as a college student at HBCU.
It's
Obama's
Harvard.
daughter, like, it's
Harvard.
She would like she gonna be a regular student, not a regular student. She gonna be always be President Obama's daughter, but it wouldn't be the same way as if she was.
And
at
her parents
HBCU.
are Ivy League graduates.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of in the family.
Yeah. She probably showed love to HBCUs, but she wouldn't have been a regular student. She would have been, there she go.
She gonna be on Snapchat at all.
Exactly.
No Snapchat.
But some of the things that were said on Fox.com were, we would love to know how did she score in her GPA, 1,000 points for her skin color, 200 from affirmative action, and the rest from her last name. Some said, I wonder if she applied as a Muslim or a foreign student, or just a N-word.
Really?
Yes. Read one more. Let's see. I'm sure she's being fed stem of celery with 2 green muffins for lunch as accorded by her man-thing mother, Sasquatch. So for people to not understand that, like, racism still, they don't think it exists in 2016, it does, people. Alive and well.
And that's wild because...
It's disheartening. Like, come on.
She's a child.
And they're really going there. Like, the comments are, like, really
They said the most... The horrible things they could think of.
See, people like that, though, those are what I like to call internet bullies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they seen her, they would probably want to take a picture with her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's crazy with things like that. You don't know who's your friend and who's not.
And to be honest, people that make those racists that makes those comments, they're actually trash.
Yeah.
You see how they live, and you like.
It be somebody you be like, why you can't even really speak to me right now? I'm the president's daughter.
Your teeth is like aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Chill.
But it is what it is. She's gonna go to Harvard, do her thing. Watch her graduate at the top of her class. When
Of
she
course.
does that,
I
know. I want to see what say. It's gonna be some more hate. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Black females, lemonade. They turn. Go ahead.
Well, speaking of black girl music, I just like how we rolled up.
Go ahead. Talk about that lemonade. Go ahead.
Okay, well, in case you didn't know, I don't know if you were sleeping in a rock or anything, but April 23rd, Beyonce released her album Lemonade on Tidal shortly after it came out on HBO. It debuted there. I recorded it on demand.
It was it's like a long story.
Yeah,
video.
it's like a story video montage. It got nominated for an Emmy.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, so I mean, the Beehive, we are supporting her. We are ready for this. But I would like you to know that it was number 1. It did go number 1.
Week, right?
Let's let this moment shine now.
Okay, go ahead, do your thing. Beyonce moment.
Over 576,000 people streamed it. So when you look at it, came out exclusively on Tidal. So I did download Tidal just for that. I did because I have Apple Music.
So you're really part of the Beehive.
I am really part of the Beehive, actually.
What?
So what?
Who is Becky with the long hair?
It's been speculations that it was Rita Ora, it was Rachel Roy.
Right.
But I mean,
they got her confused with one of them, didn't they?
Yeah, Rachel the chef.
Right.
Rachel Ray.
Okay.
That poor. So yeah, it was a little mixed up. Sorry about that.
Do you think this album though, first of all, I ain't gonna lie, I listened to the whole thing. My sister downloaded it. I watched her car while listening to the album, so it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bunch of different flavors. That was cool, but. Do you think that, the thing she was saying in this album was to let other females know, this type of stuff that happened to you really happens to me too? I'm Beyonce, I go through it too. Cause that's good. The daddy shoot my daddy said shoot.
Yeah.
I think
that was
First of all, that entire album is just kind of I don't want to say it's not the breakup anthem, but it's just kind of I am woman, hear me roar, and if you don't respect what I'm trying to do, and then boy bye.
And then that video, the hold up, they don't love me like I love you. That's gonna be a
That was good though.
I don't know what it was. Maybe you know, but I know that the fact she had that yellow dress on, how she came out of that door. It was like a picture, it was.
It was some New Orleans. It
was like an empowerment meme.
Yeah, pretty much. The woman that she was impersonating the spirit or whatever. It's like the spirit of, not fertility, but prosperity. And just things like that. Prosperity, lust, and something else. I
Good
forgot
stuff,
what all.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
but all good things. All good things. But yes, moving on.
So you think she's gonna win an Emmy?
I mean, you know what? Beyonce can do it all. So you know what? If she can win this Emmy, then
I know what your answer is gonna be, but Daryl, I'm asking you as well. You know, since Whitney Houston has passed, is Beyonce the queen right now?
I mean, I don't know who's outdoing her right now. Okay. So yes, cool. Now I would say Whitney Houston was more of a vocalist, and Beyonce is more of an entertainer.
Yeah,
so that's where I'm.
She would be along the lines of a Tina Turner, Janet Jackson.
Yeah,
not a Whitney Houston.
But see, another thing.
Yeah, they're two different categories.
But you gotta think about it like this now. When Whitney Houston was around, they had to be vocalists.
Yeah,
that is true. They had to really Beyonce can sing.
Okay, yeah.
But she can't sing.
Right.
But back then, everybody could sing.
Yeah.
But she's entertaining. She does her thing. She does great videos, everything. So she,
right now, I don't see anyone topping her.
She the queen
so
right now.
Debate me on it. Fight me.
Next subject, man.
Next we are going to Views, which debuted Friday, April 29th. And this is the album. It's okay. I don't mind. It knocked. Oh, I do mind. But it knocked Beyonce out of the number one spot. Drake. Views from the six. 66666. Yes. And it came out exclusively on iTunes, which I had, so I was able to download as well. I was just into all the music.
So wait, hold on, pause. You downloaded Tidal to just download the Beyonce album?
I did.
It had Apple Music?
Because it did not come out quick enough. I needed to hear it. I needed to know what was going on. Listen, I wasn't at home. I couldn't see the music video.
Continue.
And anywho, he sold more than 800,000 copies in the U.S. alone.
Okay.
So give it up to Drake.
Yeah,
and you know what? I did listen to the album, and I really, really, really like it. He has a couple of good... Well, not a couple. He has a lot of bangers.
It was 20. It's 20 tracks.
Yeah, it is 20 tracks.
His album was a lot for the guys to listen to as well. The same way it was a lot for the females.
It's a lot of transitions. I like the transitions in between.
Yeah, a lot of he had a good little reggae feel in it too.
He did. I liked the one with him and Rihanna. So yeah.
He got a lot of summer bangs on it too.
A lot of Instagram posts.
Yeah.
I got
some quotes. I got some quotes coming for you.
Oh, you thought it was a game.
Oh, I got some quotes coming Friday. Oh.
Not Friday. Oh.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll get to Friday later.
Friday later.
I'm so excited. Okay, but moving on.
Okay, wait. I got a question though.
Yes.
How'd you feel about when Drake brought Beyonce some lemonade at the basketball
I mean,
game?
it was a cute gesture. I think it was really cute. He acknowledged that she dropped the lemonade. Okay, whatever views. Yeah, it was cute.
It was cute.
And he brought it to her from a different view. See, that's good. That's good, man.
Oh my gosh.
It all works together. See how you did that?
Oh my gosh. But next, in case you didn't know, there will be a Space Jam sequel. So
really?
all the rumors are true.
Space Jam 2?
Space Jam was lit.
2, yeah.
So is this LeBron?
Of course. Who else would be?
I mean, to be honest, it would.
It wouldn't work with nobody else.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work. Not in this generation. It wouldn't work.
No. So I mean, I'm excited because I was used to the whole Space Jam.
But do you think LeBron was in a movie before?
Yeah, he was.
It just recently came out though.
Trainwreck. It was really good.
How did LeBron do?
LeBron did good. I mean, he played himself.
Okay,
so I feel like in a movie when he can play himself,
right.
It's gonna be a basketball movie. It's gonna be a pretty good movie. I feel like it's gonna be a good movie.
I think, and now in this age with the graphics and stuff, I feel like it's gonna be. They might make it 3D.
You think so?
They might.
They should.
That would be dope.
I'm sure they will.
If they do, I feel like someone should pay me for that idea. Who's ever watching this?
Remember it was said here first on the basement.
Episode 6.
Right.
That it should be a 3D movie, and if it happens, we will get our money.
We
want our coins.
But moving on to talking about sports, shout out to our very own Bulldogs for making it to the draft.
Yes, the NFL.
The NFL.
We had a 6th rounder.
We had a 3rd round.
Oh, he was in the 3rd.
We had Javon Hargrave.
Ooh.
Round 3 for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, clap that up.
All right, then we had Tamarick Hemingway. Round 6 for the Los Angeles Rams.
Clap that up.
And Antonio Hamilton, who is a free agent with the Oakland Raiders.
Clap that up. And that right there, people, shows you that it does not matter what school you go to. It matters what you do at your school.
And while she's showing love to her shirt, I just want to point out, South Carolina State was the first to introduce the HBCUs in this year's draft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We did great things. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Great
been a
things,
pretty
great
good year.
people come from this HBCU people.
And you know what?
What's up?
It's kind of wrapping up for a couple of people who are
Nah, so give me a high five. High five me. Five me, bro. Five me, bro.
What's going on? What's about to happen real soon?
On Friday, May 6th at 7 o'clock p.m.
Wow.
in Oliver C. Dawson, we will be
Preach,
having
preacher.
our 2016 commencement ceremony
Yes,
with
Lord.
Cheryl Underwood as a speaker.
Yes, Lord.
And you have some people here who will be graduating and marching and
yes,
moving on
Lord.
with the next step of life.
Yes, Lord.
Class of 2016.
Yeah.
Stand up.
How
South
y'all
Carolina State
doing?
University.
Hey, Mama.
Actually, everybody.
Oh,
Class
summer
2016.
Oh, it's on 16, bro.
It's been a great run.
It has. Like, I enjoyed my time here at South Carolina State. Met some great people. Met some
Definitely.
great people. Did some great things. But you know, it's time to move on.
It's
and
been fun.
It's been fun.
It's
But
been
I
a ball,
gotta
but that's
run.
about all.
Yes.
I gotta run.
I gotta see what the next big thing is.
Yeah, but it's crazy though. Like, it's been a lot of great people here since we were here. Period.
Yeah,
And I'm just
definitely.
ready. I'm ready for that 10-year time, that 10-year span where everybody's been going.
And then you come back and see what everyone is doing.
Yeah.
I just want to be like those people, like, you know how we have some people, yeah, you remember so and so when they went here, they did this, this, and this.
Yeah.
I just want our names to, fall
Yeah,
It
among
will
those
still
people.
be there though.
Yeah, y'all heard Krissy, boy. Krissy, she got her own show on BET.
Like,
Breyland got his own show. Daryll got his own show.
that would be awesome.
Yeah,
That'll be
man.
lit. That'll
It's
be
gonna,
lit.
it's gonna be lit, man. Look,
It'll
great
be
things
lit.
coming from the basement. Rashad gonna be like a top director somewhere.
Right.
He's gonna have
You know
to.
what I'm saying?
Man,
Hey Rashad, put your hand
Hey,
for the
Rashad.
camera,
And he light skinned.
What's next? That's it.
That is it.
Oh, so we gotta get our guest.
We do.
And she's a
Word.
great person from this HBCU.
She
as well.
is.
Great,
She is
great.
like a triple threat. She's
She
an
like a-
actress.
Uh-huh.
She plays the
Singer.
drums.
Uh-huh.
She sings. She does it all.
She's great.
I'm pretty sure she can juggle fire too. I don't know.
She's like a ball of greatness.
She is a ball of greatness.
All right, well, we're about to go get this
It's
ball
some
of
of
greatness.
this. This is some of this black girl magic.
Yeah, black girl magic. Hey man, you keep it locked right here.
Breyland said,
yeah.
Turn to fog smoke. Baby, I just wanna hear you say it. Tell me if it's too much and you can't take it.
And we are back with the basement, spreading some black girl magic. I am here with a very, very, very talented person who happens to be our very first female guest. She is a singer, songwriter, actress. She plays the drums. I think she juggles fire in her spare time. So I would like to introduce to you Lace the Hand.
What's
happening? How y'all doing?
Doing
How are
Well,
you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Looking so
I love
lovely.
this dashiki,
Thank you.
first of all.
First
Thank
of
you.
all.
Dashikis are coming back. I love this color.
Yes, I
Thank
love
you
it
so
all.
much.
We appreciate you having it. Wait, appreciate you coming to us,
Oh,
coming with
that's
us.
no problem.
Hey, great is Chris. Ask some questions so I can ask.
Okay, so let's see. All this I list you the singer, songwriter. What do you have coming up next so we can see where we're going with this? You have a lot going on.
Funny that you asked that because I actually just released my mixtape entitled 180 yesterday.
Okay.
So it just dropped.
So where can the people find this?
You can find it at www.lacethehands.wix.com
Okay.
and you can download it from there. SoundCloud, Reverb Nation.
Okay, so are you oh, I'm sorry.
I was going. I mean, okay.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I want to ask.
But now, so like on this mixtape, is it like singing and rapping, a little bit of beats? Like what we listening for? What's going on?
180, well, when you think of a 360
Mm-hmm.
degree angle turn,
Right.
you're in and right back up where you were. So 180 is me, of course, doing the opposite. I'm turning up the other direction.
Right.
So what I did with this is what you would normally hear from me as far as the music goes is different. So it's a mixture of me singing. It's a mixture of me somewhat rapping, like rapping and singing at the same time, like that
Okay.
type of feel.
Okay.
There's a song on there entitled The Village on there, and that's basically talking about whites versus blacks and the KKK, with everything going on right now. So
Right.
it's a mixture of everything. A song
Okay.
called Angry Sex. You got a song called
Angry
Sex.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so angry
You know how you with your lover, y'all man.
Angry sex.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you got another song called Daydreaming. I'm basically rapping in that song.
Okay. So we go
Really,
check it out,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all go check that out.
It's a treat.
It sounds like a treat. I'm gonna go download it
It's a
right
treat.
now.
Yeah. It's a treat.
Word. Okay. Well, I got a question because I want to know, when did you start like music thing, like with your drumming, like you're a musician period, but I know that you're a magnificent drummer. When did you start that? When did that come along?
The drumming actually came about, don't laugh, but when I was 2 years old.
Really?
Yes. I actually grabbed my grandmother's pots and pans from
Okay.
underneath her cabinet.
So you were really the little kid with the pot and pan beat. I didn't know those kids really existed. I thought it was just like a movie type of kid.
No, I actually did that. And
Okay.
every time I did that, my mom would come in the house and scold me about that and try to tell me to put them back. But my grandmother was a preacher.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, she was kind of prophetic as well. So
Right.
she would tell my mother, you know, don't bother her.
Right.
So she had that vision. She kept saying, I see it. And
Right.
then lo and behold, right after that, when they bought my first drum set at 5 years old, I went right in there and started playing.
So you started in the church, playing in church? Or like, was it like?
It was a mixture of both. I really
Okay.
just played in the house.
Okay.
And then my grandmother had me, you know, showcase my skills in church.
In the church, right.
And then from there, I really just branched out because not long after that, when I got in 6th grade in elementary school, I took part in the first drum line at my elementary school. So I was a part of that first.
So you been
Wow.
great, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, been great.
You just been great, huh?
So, like, was Drumline your first big thing?
The movie, yes, it was. That
So
was
can
my
you
first
tell us a
one.
little bit about that? How was the experience actually going through the audition process, finding out you were the actual double? So how was all that?
Okay, well, that story, it actually starts with me around the time of, actually this time right here, summer 2014. I got a phone call from several people asking me throughout the year, you know, towards the end, there's this casting call for this new movie, Drumline. They need a female drummer. So I said, I'm not into that. You know, it's just basically like an American Idol, so I won't go audition for it because it's rigged. So I kept saying that.
Right.
But it came up a second time. I said no again.
Uh-huh.
It came up a third time. And I was like, you know, why is this continuously coming up like this? I'm not understanding. So the third time it came up, a good friend of mine, he said, hey, I'm on my way. He was like, I want you to ride down to Atlanta with me this weekend. I'm going to audition for the movie. I said, what movie? He said, Drumline.
Right. So
I was like, oh, here we go again, Drumline, third time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll ride down there with you, but I'm not going to audition.
Yeah.
And so there was some difficulties with that. And what happened with that was we didn't end up meeting up to get to Atlanta. So I was stuck from Orangeburg to Florence, which is where I reside at right now, my hometown, Florence, South Carolina. I was in Florence, and I waited. And the ride never came through, so I didn't have a way of getting to Georgia. So I got a phone call again at home. I was asleep, and it woke me up. It was 12 o'clock, midnight. And the guy said, please tell me you're in Atlanta. And I said, no, I'm not there. I don't have a way of getting there. He said, look, I really need you to get there, like right now. So this was the fourth time it came up. When I tell you, it was just like, something told me like
either you gonna
like,
go,
you gonna go
or you gonna
right.
go. Like you
So,
don't have no choice.
right.
yeah, right. So what I did was I had to wake my mother up. I said, look, I don't know how I'm gonna get to Georgia, but I have to get to Georgia like right now. So it was already 12. Auditions were at 7 a.m.
Okay.
So I had to get on the road
That's a good
and go.
little
That's 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours. But the
Okay.
story gets more interesting. So
Okay.
we got on the
Wait,
road.
there's more.
There's more.
So we got on the
There's
road
more.
by I'll say 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
So that put us there at 5 in the morning. Mind you, it's Mother's Day weekend. Right. This same weekend right here.
And you woke your mom up out her
I
sleep
did.
to drive.
I did, but they got up though.
That's love.
We took a hike. Yeah,
That's love.
it's love. So we got to Georgia, and of course it's Mother's Day weekend, so hotels are booked.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
We get to Georgia.
Golly.
We tried to get into hotel rooms.
Uh-huh.
Every hotel we went to was booked.
Uh-huh.
So we were in Lithonia, Georgia, which is where the auditions were taking place at.
Mhm.
So we got there. We couldn't get into any hotel. So it's me, my mom, my dad, my little sister in the car. And so we didn't have a place to sleep, no place to bathe, any of that, because we didn't have any place to go into a hotel room to change or anything.
Yeah.
So we had to sleep in our car. We slept in our car overnight. Well, basically for about 2-3 hours. It was cold. And not only that, when I had to change into my wardrobe for the audition process,
Mhm.
I didn't have a bathroom to change in. So I went to McDonald's bathroom in Lithonia, Georgia, and I changed in there. I brushed my teeth. I did my hair. I did everything. Went there, auditioned, and it was a lot of people there auditioning. And it just so happened when we auditioned separately, as well as a unit, everybody kept marking my name down. Just kept marking my name down. So I'm just literally going there off of faith. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to do this.
Right.
So I went in there, and I kept, just playing, doing what I know to do.
Yeah.
And when I went up there to audition separately, they called our numbers, and my number was 80I.
Okay.
So when they called 80I, I had made the final cut. It was 2 days for the auditioning process. So I made the final cut for the next day. So the next day that I went, it was actually on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
My mother said, look, if you go there and you land this role, she was like, that'd be the best Mother's Day gift ever. So I went there. Yeah, I went back, and I had to do the second part of the audition. So when I went back, that's when they told me that they wanted me to play as the stunt double for the leading actress in the movie. So all of the playing that the leading actress did was actually my hand.
That was your hand.
Yes.
Ooh.
That is awesome.
Bruh, that's great. That's just lit,
That's
man.
lit. That's totally lit. That's
Yep.
what's up.
Ooh, that's
when
lit,
you,
y'all.
so when you got back to the car, you know, everybody else in there, they been chilling. They wait. They really, wow. They were waiting for you. So when you got back, like, well, how did you break it to them? Did you like, hey, I got the part? Did you like?
Actually, they were in there. They were in the audience. The parents and family and friends, they could be in the audience. But they watched, and they were on pins and needles because like I said, it was so many people there.
Right.
On that stage, and it was pretty much predominantly, males there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was only about 2 females on snare.
Right.
Who went to, one had already, she's grown. She's like, maybe like, I think early 40s, I want to say.
Uh-huh.
And there was another one there, she was like mid-20s.
Right.
And I'm in my early 20s right now.
Yeah,
I'm 23. So when I went in there, like I said, I went in there off of faith. So I just,
Got it.
I literally had to create an audition piece off the top of my head. So I just created everything right then and there. So I played, and it's actually on video. My sister's like, Lord, please make my sister. So it's funny. Yeah, so as they announced the number, and I went back, and I said, I made it. And I told them what I'd be doing. My mother just started crying. So,
wow.
Yeah, so she was like, I cannot believe this. So
Proud of her daughter.
yeah, that was definitely a moment to remember.
Proud of her daughter. That's what's up, man. That is blessings. That's cool. That's God. That's all that wrapped up into one, man.
So, like, how does it feel being mostly, a lot of times, the only female drummer? Do you feel pretty badass or intimidated? What?
Well, initially when I first came here, that's another funny story. Coming from high school, coming to college, this teacher said, what school are you going to go to? I said, South Carolina State University. He said, oh, okay. He said, well, what are you going to do? I said, I'll be a part of the band. He said, what are you going to play? Mind you, he knew the instrument that I was already playing from high school. He said, what are you going to play? I said, snare drum. He said, oh, you're never going to make a collegiate line. That's out. That's just out of the picture. You're a female.
Really?
So...
Jokes on him.
Right. So,
and I started in the movie.
You should have sent him the link.
Did you send him the movie? Please, did you send him the movie?
What actually happened was I went back to go and visit my high school to get back to my high school band.
Right.
I went back, and when he saw me, he said, well, how's college? I said, well, I made the drum line.
Boom.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I first came here, I wasn't necessarily intimidated. It was just more motivation for me to go harder because I was the only female on the snare line.
Period.
So I was the first female snare drummer here.
Really?
To actually march. I would say in the chopping aspect of the drum line. There was one other one. She's a bongo.
Okay.
She's way back in the 90s.
Right.
But I came here. I made the drum line. Every year I made it. And it's been great because ever since then, the following year we had another female come in, and then a year after that, which is 2013, we had 2 other ones come in. So
you were the head, huh?
Yeah.
So they looked up to you.
Yeah. So it's I'm never intimidated. I'm just very confident in my skills. I'm not a cocky person at all. Not arrogant, anything like that. I'm very humble.
Yeah.
So every time I get an opportunity, a lot of people they say I would have never known that you have all of this like lined up as far as your credentials.
Right.
I don't walk around, like flying. I do walk around with my head held high.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
but
of course.
I don't walk around, like, do you know who I am?
Yeah,
real G's.
Yeah, I was in this.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that.
You're great, you ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Your
Everything
presence.
for you, talks for you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we got you on the show.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're the first female on the basement. You like put that down there too. Well, listen, we got some more questions. I'm good on questions. Wait, no, your ass was next. I'm trying to think now, because this is the first female, so we got to make sure we ask her everything we need to ask.
Y'all can ask me whatever y'all want to ask me. It's fine
I
with
got
me.
some other ask.
Daryll, do you have any questions?
I have no questions for my dog Lace, to be honest. Y'all kind of answered everything, and she kind of answered everything too.
I know what I want to ask. Can we get like a selection? Can we get some like some love?
A little razzle
dazzle.
dazzle.
Yes, little
Like,
razzle
little-
dazzle.
Oh, you want some drumming?
All
right.
Can we get some, can we get some of that?
For you. Of
Bet.
course.
All right.
Yes.
Wait, no, you pull it out. Let's get it. Let's
All
go.
right.
What you need? You need me to stand up, hold it for you. You need me? I can. You know, I'll jump. I was on the jump line in like middle school.
Oh,
Right.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay.
One
I
of
did.
them.
Ooh.
Clap it up for you too.
Yeah, get my clap.
Yes.
Hey, put that respect on
I
my
played
name,
trumpet
man.
Not the
for 6
respect.
years. You know.
Hey,
Okay.
here we go. Wait. Before you do that though,
Mhm.
can you like give us your Instagram name, Twitter
Oh,
name,
yeah, of course.
YouTube?
Oh, of course.
Everything.
Everything.
You can find me. You can find me on
Everything.
Instagram at Lace the Hands Marie. You can find me on Twitter at Lace_MARIEE. You can find me on Snapchat at Lace the Hands. You can find me on YouTube at Lace Marie.
Okay.
There you go.
There it is. And Lace the Hands, Lace Marie about to give us a selection. Take it away, Lace. Take it away. Waiting on Krissy over here.
Wait. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I was trying to find a quote. Sorry, I was looking for a quote.
Waiting on Krissy over here.
Okay, go ahead.
You know?
My bad.
What happened at the New Orleans?
Ooh.
Black girl magic, black girl magic.
Bitch, I'm back. I'm popular the man.
Excuse my levels here. Gotta get a little low.
That was, I like
That's
that.
why they call it the
What's,
hands.
what's your Instagram again? I mean, Snapchat.
Oh, it's Lace the Hands.
I like
The
it on my
hands.
phone. The
Instagram is Lace the
hands.
Hands.
Listen, I see where you get your name from now. Cause that was straight talented hands. So I'm about to put this pen in your hand. And you about to sign that poster behind me.
Oh,
And
word.
while the hands are signing that poster, we about to take a break. We'll be right back. Keep it locked here at the basement.
We screaming, we fight. Throwing 10 potentials like I'm in the left corner and you in the right.
Welcome back to the basement. Krissy,
Yes.
can you please give us our motivational quote so we can get out of here?
Our motivational quote, because I just feel like a pretty lemonade week and day.
Lord.
When it comes to Beyonce knows. Boy, bye. I'm kidding. That's not it. But I'm gonna go with power means happiness. Power means hard work and sacrifice. So let that sink in and let it. I don't know, just get to marinate. That's what I was looking for.
Right.
But besides that, because Mother's Day is coming up, we
Ooh.
would all like to give a special Mother's Day shout out. So happy Mother's Day to my mom, Roberta Williams.
Okay. Okay, well, happy Mother's Day to my mother, Beauvais Jones. Hey, Mom, I love you, girl.
And happy birthday. I said happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day to my mother, Linda Teresa Witherspoon. There we go. Throw the middle name
Your
in
turn, Lace.
I want to say Happy Mother's Day to Wanda McKnight Muldrow.
Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Your turn, Rashad.
Yeah, we gotta get you in there.
Yeah, boy.
Happy Mother's Day, Cheerleader. Love you, girl.
Hey.
Shout out to the graduates.
Yeah, shout out to the graduates. Woo! Just like that, we going out. Say y'all stay cool, man. Keep it locked here. Hey, the basement.
That's a knockout. You're so good at make you tap out. Drunk sex on a high in the clouds now. First time digging in my soul now. He say he gotta have it raw and uncut.